Thank you very much, Dash, and happy birthday on the day. I am joined by Counter Logic Gaming's HotshotGG. Just moments away from entering the quarterfinal match. I have a few questions for you to kind of gauge the vibe, what the team's feeling, how things are going. Many people thought you would be taking that tiebreaker match, but you're playing here this weekend. What's the feeling right now in the gaming house?
I mean, right now, our feeling is pretty much how it always is. Even though we're on a downward spiral in terms of results, the team is always level-headed and always calm. And I think I attribute that a lot to Skara and his coaching ability. He just has this knack to keep everybody on like an even keel, and then to understand that emotions won't help you improve. You know, you're not going to get better by being frustrated or being upset. So I think Skara really facilitates that.
Well, it was definitely a good move picking him up as a coach, a big veteran in that sense. Hotshot, historically, playoff preparation for Counter Logic Gaming has not gone well. What are you guys doing this year to remedy that situation?
I mean, we don't really focus specifically on changing big things at playoffs. It's mostly done at the start of the season, right? To change something mid-season or end of the split drastically, it's practically suicide. Like, I don't think any team really changes their dynamic completely because you got to playoffs for a reason, right? Something worked. So to change something last minute, I think, is a big mistake. You can obviously have like strategy changes or like a little bit of mentality change, but your overall dynamic needs to stay the same, your identity.
Do you think you guys have been able to keep an identity that was working this season? Do you think you can pull out what you were doing in the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, guys, thank you very much. HotshotGG, best of luck in the quarterfinal matchup. And right now, we're going to get the flip side of things, and we're going to throw it over to Jack for Team Liquid interview.
Thanks, Riv. And yes, I'm with the owner of Team Liquid, Liquid112. I first have to start. We just heard Hotshot. You guys have had a very up and down season. What are your expectations like coming into this quarterfinal matchup?
You know, I think expectations are high. The last time that we faced CLG in playoffs, after they came back from Korea at that boot camp, we 3-0'd them. It was pretty, decisive. So I feel pretty good about this. We just have good records against CLG.
Yeah, the 3-0 last year is a lot of history in this matchup that some people may not even be familiar with because of the team name change and everything. But when you guys actually qualified for the playoffs after the tiebreaker match, it felt like the team was more relieved than excited for the playoffs. How does that factor coming into this matchup once again?
You know, I don't think that it was relieved. It was just more, hey, we just made it into playoffs. So now we have to prove ourselves. We've been working so hard through this whole season. We've went through a number of roster changes back and forth with Piglet and Keith. There's every one of these guys has something to prove. And that's really what today is about. It's just we got to put our all into this and just beat CLG.
Yeah. Whole season happens. It all comes down to the playoffs. Thank you very much, Liquid. Good luck today. And let's send it back to Dash at the desk.